well, you didn't put in your character sheet that you abandoned a teenager.
Okay, the stream has started. Hello everyone. Yeah, we are doing a TTRPG, Wanderhome, which is a TTRPG that's kind of like Redwall meets Animal Crossing meets Kino's Journey, if you know any of that. But basically, it's a bunch of animals that are traveling for whatever reason after a war has happened. So this is like after, what's it, post-war. So it's a time of peace and violence is no more.
Yippee!
Yeah. So we're getting started now. I will worry about posting the stream everywhere later. I just don't really mind. I think I want to focus on the storytelling here. So
I got you.
We are starting in Snow Blanket, that is within Chill, so it is like winter basically. I actually want you guys to introduce your characters first. So please tell. Let's start with. Well, I'll go first actually, because that probably makes the most sense. So my character is Meili. That's my name. Pronouns are she, they. They are a sugar glider, and I am going by the playbook of Firelight, because I will be guiding our party for the most part, for this session at least. I will now have Cloudy introduce himself.
Hello. So, this character is... Wait, am I role-playing right now, or... Sorry?
You can roleplay as the character if you want, or you can just say the name of the character and their pronouns.
Okay, right. Right, my character is Aspen. They're a alpine newt. They might be a little bit... little fucked in the head, but that's okay. Just gotta get used to that.
Yeah, aren't all of our characters. I'm so ready for the, discussion and interactions.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll have Noah go next if you're done, Cloudy.
Yep. Well, we gotta wait for Noah to type the essay.
Yeah. So, an explanation for the chat. We have Noah and a TTS bot in the images. The TTS bot is basically Noah's voice because he currently cannot use his mic. Yeah.
Like a loser.
I just plugged everywhere for you, Mama.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Noah is typing.
He is indeed.
Noah is certainly typing.
Yeah, so how this is gonna work is after everyone introduces their name, we're gonna get started.
Has a condorandum going with a better playbook, also has old and sad and probably smells. Sorry for interrupting you, ma'am.
No, all good. I just was not expecting it to send so quickly. Yeah, so if people didn't hear that, the character is Otis, he, him, a condor, and a peddler. Because I interrupted, that's why I'm reiterating it. Okay, Iron, go ahead and introduce your character.
Alright, so I'm playing Reina, they, she. She is a raccoon dancer who used to work on a railroad.
Very nice. Yeah,
wow.
Okay.
Wait, I forgot to introduce my character Aspen uses they, it, and then they are a pilgrim. There we go.
Nice. All right.
Okay, now we can continue.
So we're gonna go by each of the playbooks, in terms of introducing characters as well, because in your playbook you might notice it asks you to ask a question to a person to your left and a person to your right.
Oh.
Do you guys
Mel,
need
can
to
you
see
show
the
that on
page?
screen? Because I
Yeah.
don't have
All right, I got you. Yeah, so Cloudy will go
Thank you.
first. Cloudy,
Hotel.
Well, actually, I'll go first. Sorry, I keep forgetting that I also have a character. Yeah, so our turn, like, I would say our order is me, so I'm just Mallow, Cloudy, Noah, and then Iron. So it would go around like my left would be Iron and my right would be Cloudy.
Test.
And so on, if that makes sense.
Is that better?
Mallow, Cloudy, Noah, Iron.
I forgot about the TTS. That's so funny.
Okay, I
Noah,
got
can you
you.
speak again? Noah, speak again.
Hello.
It's slightly
Okay.
better. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let me make you guys slightly louder. One of you guys speak.
Hello.
Hey!
Okay, hopefully that's better.
I sure hope so.
Alright, so I'll go first. So I am the Firelight. What does the page tell me? Let me just double check. Yeah, so my left that I said was my left was Iron, and right is okay. Yeah, I'm very unorganized.
Let me pull up the rulebook real quick.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I am. Okay, yeah,
So
yeah.
cool that we're sitting at this table together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sitting between
we're
Mallow
around the
and
table.
Noah.
Yeah.
I'm sitting between Mallow and Noah.
Okay, so I will ask Iron's character, Reina, right?
Yes.
Why does my Firefly like you so much?
Probably because Reina is just like a super positive influence, like smiley and laughy all the time. It's just like emotionally warm, you know?
So she's like a light,
Yeah.
kind of like a guidance, and my Firefly's like, oh yeah, this is a good thing to guide us or help, lead out of the darkness. It's a very safe, makes sense. And then I will ask Cloudy's character.
Yes, sorry?
Oh.
Okay. Aspen is drunk and sleeping.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Cloudy will be back later.
Section.
You're fine.
Died.
I found that way too funny. I'm sorry.
Cloudy will be back in 30 to 40 minutes.
Probably.
Oh, I was setting up the time expecting dinner to be earlier for Cloudy. That's unfortunate.
Be back 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, that's all good.
Yeah, okay, in the meantime, I guess I will ask Noah's character, Otis.
They hit their head on the table. They're at the hospital.
Yeah.
Yes.
What did I show you that you didn't want to see? Asking Otis. Yeah, so Otis, assuming because a gossip, like, probably has some knowledge that he probably doesn't want. So this is a very interesting question for this character. Noah is working on it.
Yes. Loading. Sorry, I'm still thinking about Cloudy. The fucking. Yeah. Aspen is drunk and asleep. Leaves.
Yeah. So great.
Anyway.
Yeah, in the meantime,
Honestly, I think perhaps those knives they carry, after seeing a lot of violence during the rebellion, he's not too happy to be traveling with weapons.
ooh. Yeah, so a descriptor of my character, they are
What's
wearing
with me sending messages whenever someone starts speaking?
Yeah, bad timing. Yeah, so a descriptor of my character is that they are wearing a mud-soaked cloak, and a wide-brimmed hat, as well as a rib dress, and they carry small pocket knives with them, just to, very useful, very useful. Yeah. Yeah, they probably showed Otis the knife because they're just like probably doing something like cooking or something, and maybe they were traveling through somewhere. So alright, yeah, so Noah, it is now your turn. Let me go to your page if you need it. But I am to your left and Iron is to your right.
Yeah.
Nods.
Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna remember where Peddler is. Okay. I think Peddler is down. Okay, in case you need it, it's right here.
Okay, well I shall copy Mel and desk to my left first.
Alright.
Which is...
Is
that me or Mellow?
I'm
Okay.
to the left and you're to the right.
Gotcha. I think.
Iron, have you seen your playbook yet? Do you have a plan for what you're gonna ask?
Yeah, I already know what I'm gonna ask who.
Alright, sounds
Millie,
good.
you work a lot to help us, but how can I help you decompress when the days are long?
I don't know, some peace and quiet is always nice for me. So, maybe, just sell me a drink and I wouldn't mind just sitting alone somewhere else, taking it. And then you should ask your question to your right.
Free for you.
Free for me, thank you very much.
Oh.
Rena, what do you give me that I can't get anywhere else?
good music. Which I guess you can't get other places, but oh, I'm here.
Fair enough.
Works for me.
Works for me. My turn, right?
Yep, so Noah's to your left, and I'm to your right.
Cloudy, why won't you ever dance with me? Or, not Cloudy, Noah. Sorry.
So the character name is Otis.
Otis,
Yes.
yeah. Otis, why don't you ever dance with me?
I'm too old for all of that, my friend, but I'm content to watch you all have fun.
Aww.
Good. Love it. Maylee, why do I call you my best friend?
Perhaps because with my Firefly, I tend to enjoy watching you dance, or I don't know, my Firefly likes to dance with you. Me personally, I have a hard time dancing, but not something I've always been good at.
Nice.
My Wisp also tends to like your dances, so yeah. So
You have to play 2 characters over there.
I do have yeah. So if you guys want, you can tell a little bit more about your character
I have a
to our
card.
stream, based off of the sheets. So what is the stuff that you have chosen, and then so like here for the peddler, for example, it tells you, like, asks you to pick something that you have always carrying with you, and then which one you value the most. That is something that Noah can do right now, telling the table.
All right.
Yeah, so you can tell the table what you have in your wares, and what do you value the most in your wares, and what would you like sold to you, I guess. Like, what do you prefer to barter? Yeah, I believe your character sheet should have some of that written down.
I have that stuff ready, because for Dancer I have 1 song I will teach anyone, and 1 song I'll only sing alone.
Sure, yeah, why not?
And it says to the table about them. So the song I'll teach anyone is a rhythmic work song, a tradition from a life I don't want to return to. And the one for myself is a whistle tune, the last song my mother ever sang me.
Aww.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me grab mine real quickly. I have it in the PDF thing, but I don't want to, like, change screens if Noah's still reading it. So I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about the lights I keep with me. So a light I keep lit is my Wisp, which is a small and forgotten god, actually. That's a many-faced god, who is also in love with my Firefly, like, will not leave my Firefly alone. And a light that I let die is my rusted iron lantern that I keep with me. It was something my mother carried before, but I've let it die because I have a very troubled past with it.
We both have mother issues. That's crazy.
Yes. Yeah. Noah's still working on it. I guess I can share a little bit more, or do you want to share a little bit more?
You can if you want.
Sure, yeah. So in our past conversations, I have talked about where I found my Firefly. how I met them, because they're very important to me. They're my guide and kind of honestly one of my best friends. Like you're also one of my best friends, but my Firefly has been with me for a very long time, and I found them in a really bad place, I guess you can say. My darkest moment, and well, we helped each other, so they were in pain, and it was a place of death. I'm not exactly sure if they're a Firefly, that's the thing, but when I saved them, they saved me and let me out of my darkest moment.
Very nice. Otis sells smokes, drinks, incense, stars, anything to appease both people and gods. Knickknacks, cause those are always fun, and gossip and secrets from his time in the rebellion. He values the secrets most, which is why he's also more reticent to give those away.
That makes sense. Well, Reina, as a railroad worker, did you have much experience with the rebellion and the war? Yep.
I'm trying to think.
No problem.
Yeah, I saw my fair share of things. Like the kinds of cargo that would pass along the railroad definitely told some stories, so to speak. But I didn't really see any of the combat myself.
I see. Well, that's good to hear that you didn't face much agony, I guess.
Yeah, well,
that's a little bit tough to say, but yeah. Anyways, right now we are kind of sitting in a cabin in the woods, because it's kind of snowing outside. You look outside. We can look outside the window, and we can see the snow falling down, as it does during Snow Blanket. We're kind of taking shelter right now, and enjoying our time chatting with each other. That's why we're able to kind of share a little bit about ourselves, and especially to my Firefly and also to my Wisp. Just for some context, people who are watching, you guys will be kind of my Firefly and my Wisp, so you guys will kind of give voice to that. Yeah. Let's see. Is there anything you guys specifically want to do right now?
Question, is my beetle inside or outside?
That's up to you. Did you take your beetle inside? It's a fairly small cabin, so if you were able to, then that's something that, we can talk about how hard it was to squeeze him in if you want.
I would never leave him out in the cold.
That makes sense. Yeah, it was probably when the snow was just starting to fall that we tried to, find shelter. So, how hard was it for us to squeeze your beetle in? Do you have a name for your beetle, by the way?
Carson.
Carson. That is so real. Amazing. Yeah.
You write on him, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very reliable.
So, how do you imagine we squeezed Carson into the small cabin? Like, the door is probably very small. Like, any ideas, guys? Perhaps Reina, did your small and forgotten gods help think of a solution?
I don't know. Maybe. Hold on.
Yeah, take your time. Everyone has like a different eyesight. You know, Carson is a beetle, so would look at things very differently. Otis is very old and probably has blurry eyesight. I have a
Raccoons have
my own
excellent night vision.
Yeah, raccoons do have night vision. Since I'm a sugar glider, I'm also nocturnal, so I do have my own night vision. Oh, that's something very cool. We're both nocturnal creatures.
Yeah.
Tend to enjoy the night together.
Okay, just flex on me, why don't you?
Yeah. Take good eyes, nerd.
Shaking my head.
Yeah, so while we were out wandering the snow, I did have my firefly try to, scout around, try to help us, guide us to a place where we can take shelter. And that's how we found the cabin. How long have we been traveling together now? I feel like it's been a while, but how do you guys feel?
Probably a couple of years, right?
Maybe.
At least a couple seasons.
At a certain point, you just stop counting.
That is true, yeah. So as a group, we've been traveling for a while. There were times where we did separate, but we always had plans to meet back together in one place or another. That is certainly something for sure. Yeah, so let me just... I'm just gonna scroll in the book really quickly because I think they have some guiding questions since we are stopped and I don't want to push things too much toward a certain direction. I want you guys to also have your inputs.
Yeah. I'm realizing I probably should have read the book a little more, especially since I took a very, very lore-heavy class. So
I mean, a lot of it is just up to you for what you want, like what makes sense for your character and how you want to make it up, and it's kind of like we go along the way. If you want, you can describe what you see in the cabin, like what are some things that you find really cool in the cabin, or you can chat with your small and forgotten gods, or like if there's a fireplace, you can share with us a dance, perhaps.
Sorry.
All good, all good. Yeah, so Otis, how did we get Carson in here? I was perhaps distracted talking with my firefly and petting it, thanking it for guiding us to the cabin. So, do you have an idea of how we got him in?
Well, at first we probably tried squeezing him through the door, but that only hurt the cabin's walls.
I mean, that makes sense. So how did we get him in? Is he like half in the cabin? I feel like I'm only seeing his head right now.
He's like poking through a window.
Yeah. Half crashed through the window.
Yeah. You
you can barely reach most of your wares on the back of your Carson.
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 Well, as long as the cigars are within reach.
Oh, they're always in reach. You always keep them in like a really good place, I imagine.
Mm-hmm. You really gotta quit smoking.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Oh my God, Cloudy's back!
Welcome back.
Yes.
So for what
They
you
sobered up.
missed, Cloudy, we are within a cabin taking shelter so that we have some chance to talk and chat.
Okay. Does Aspen just stumble in?
Yeah,
Aspen's been out in the cold, like hunting or something. Just stumbles in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does Aspen have
Hi.
like ability to get like foraging stuff? Does Aspen have knowledge of that?
Aspen has their confidence in life.
Okay, so I kind of just am sitting there, and I watch Aspen kind of burst through the door, passing Carson, who is like halfway through a window, partially in
Who's
the cabin.
Carson?
Carson's the beetle.
Oh, right, okay.
And I see you kind of stumble in, kind of empty-handed. I'm just like, what? I thought you left our group to get food. What? Get foraging. Why are you empty-handed?
Huh? What? I have no memory of when or anything. What?
Oh man, were you drinking again? Otis, you need to stop giving Aspen free drinks. They're obviously a lightweight.
What? No. That shit's really
what
good,
am I
though.
supposed to do?
Reina,
Every
what
bartender
do you
knows when to
think?
cut the customer off. I honestly, I think. Look, I'm trying to be supportive here.
Oh, okay, well, understandable.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay. You guys need to put me back in the loop. What's happening?
Right, so we did a little bit of a discussion of like our characters. Like I said, all that's really happened is that we've gotten into this cabin after my firefly led us through the cold, because it is snow blanket right now. And
Okay,
the
right.
snow has kind of just started falling for us. Let me go to your page, so your pilgrim. Yeah, so you're gonna have to ask questions to everyone, and we
Okay.
will each ask a question to you. So
Okay.
these are your questions.
I asked to is my left you or Noah?
So you're gonna have to ask questions to everyone because you missed out. So
Alright, okay. That
reminder:
makes
I
sense.
have Melee. That's my character. Iron's character is Reina, and then Noah's character is Otis.
Right. Otis, does our faith still fill your heart with hope? And I'm looking at him with these giant eyes that are not blinking.
Wait, what animal are you again?
A newt.
Oh, yeah.
An alpine newt. If you look at the...
Oh,
Hi,
oh,
Aaron.
hello, Aaron.
We're streaming. We're live.
We are streaming. If you are here for the session,
care.
though, and you have a character sheet, I do recommend sending that in the Wanderhome.
No,
chat.
I just came here to call you a nerd.
I see.
Also to say hi
Yeah.
to Iron.
Yeah.
Fair. What?
Real.
Also to say hi to Iron.
Hi, Aaron.
Can I get the high?
Hi.
No, you
got
cannot.
the opposite of a
that counts as a high.
Right. As well as saying, Iron, if you look at my character sheet, you can see what Aspen looks like.
Oh yeah.
Right. Otis, does our fate still fill your heart with hope?
The enemy!
Aaron.
And hello to you too.
You got your
And you
high
too,
note.
Noah.
Thank you.
And you too, TTS bot.
Duh. Yeah.
Oh, is that the thing speaking?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Noah's voice.
Yeah, that's
Noah's
Noah's.
PNG
My name is
tuber.
TTS, bot fuck you, Aaron.
Wow, TTS bot really hates you, Aaron.
What did I
That's a strong
do?
feel-
Choose to agree.
Hello, Ray. Welcome to the stream. That is one of the names of my wisp. Yes, because they are a multi-faced god. So yeah, they have a lot of different names.
Hello, chatter.
Hello. Hello, chatter.
Yes, hi there.
Noah, answer the question.
Yeah, you must
answer
answer
the
the
question.
question.
Otis looks
What?
sad and hesitates before going, yeah, of course, kid.
What? I can't understand this TTS bot at all.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's a
god.
little bit hard to
If you
hear.
can't understand this one, you gotta hear the other ones. Oh my god. Some of the other voices were awful.
Yeah, if it's really hard
Oh.
for the stream to
This is the
understand,
best
I
we
can
could get on
slightly
short
translate.
notice.
As you can see, Otis is very old. His voice box is also very messed up. So because he's a condor and condors look like that. And yeah,
And he smokes daily.
yeah, and he smokes a lot. So if he's really hard to hear and understand, then because
fine.
I'm very very smart as our firelight, I can translate for everyone. Actually, yeah, that's a good question for our party members. Like, does your character understand Otis?
I think for the most part, occasionally Ray asks me like, "What?" But yeah.
Only when they're drunk.
That's so funny.
I did not plan for my character to be an alcoholic, but here we are.
That's just what happened. It's an occasional thing for Aspen, I assume.
Let's hope so. Right. Right. What was your character? Maylee, right? Maylee, how did you save me when my inexperience tripped me up?
Well, the experience, I assume you were, you got stuck in some place. You seem like a person who. Would I say person in this word? I don't know. Okay, you seem like a creature that is always looking for guidance because you always have that wandering look in your eye that you're looking for a specific place. So since you were stuck, I was kind of like, why not offer you some guidance? Join the group and we can travel together to where you believe your destination to be. So that's why what I offered you.
That's very sweet. All right. Wait, I should probably come and sit down. It's kind of cold outside, especially since I have no fur. I like how I burst in. The first thing I say when I burst into this cabin is, "Ask Odin, how does our fate still fill your heart with hope?"
That's really funny.
Right, take a seat.
Filled with the brain.
And then, sorry, what was your character's
Reina.
name? Iron. Reina, right? What is it about you that makes me comfortable telling you my doubts?
not to use the same answer twice, but kind of like the bright positive energy that Raina brings makes you feel safe around her. Yeah. Again, not to use the same answer twice, but yeah.
Fair enough.
All right. And then now each of us will ask a question to you, Aspen. So
that's me.
I think Iron's more prepared, so Iron, you can ask first while I look for my sheet.
Aspen, when was the last time we stayed up all night to watch the sunrise?
Ooh.
Maybe like a couple of days ago when I got sorry. When I was like light drinking and you were just sitting there dancing and we kind of lost track of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good time.
It was. We had to do that again sometime.
Noah, do you have your character, like your playbook? Otherwise I can go get it as well.
Oh, yes, I do.
Alright. Do you want to ask the question to Aspen first, or?
You can go ahead.
Alright.
Type yours while she does that.
Yes.
Where do you wish I could guide you, and why can't I? I'm asking Aspen.
Oh, yeah, this is a hard question. Otis, you got some more of that, the good stuff. I mean, you all,
you don't currently have tokens, so I feel like, unless Noah offers you a deal.
Oh God.
Sorry, not Noah. Otis offers you a deal.
50 push-ups.
Okay, I guess we're facing the hard truth today. Okay. So, I mean, you all know where I'm trying to go. At least, I think, I mean, it's a furnace or a workshop. You know, you guys know how I really like my arts and crafts. But it's also, I mean, I've heard rumors that it's also, like, at the edge of the world. So, I don't really feel, I don't think it's the best idea is to take my only friends, if I count you guys as friends, my companions, to the edge of the world. So I feel like that's not a good idea.
Of course we're friends, Aspen.
Yeah, we've been traveling together as a group for a while now.
Oh, that's very sweet.
But yeah, so you're afraid that you'll lose us in the journey, so you don't want me to guide you there. So that's the reason why? I see.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that we'll be long enough in our journey to get there together, and safely as well. Something that you did miss, Cloudy, talking outside of character because I'm using your username, was that we did discuss how long our group has been traveling together, and we decided that we have been traveling for a while, for years almost, though sometimes we do split up from time to time in order to do our own thing, but we always have plans to meet up again.
Oh, okay. I was under the impression that we've been traveling for like a few weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, that's something that's decided by the group, but maybe, time flies pretty quickly, so perhaps for you it felt like a few weeks, but for us it's been years.
Also, lifespan to take into an account.
Say that again?
Nothing. Never mind. I'm being a nerd.
Also out of character, but also I guess is in character now. I got the sniffles a bit, so
you're good.
Yeah, that's pretty in character.
Probably because you've been out in the snow all this time. You got a cold.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Right. So don't mind me just dying in the background every now and then.
Since you just arrived at the cabin, do you want to describe something notable that you see in the cabin?
Probably the giant beetle that's squeezed in here somehow.
Do you want to describe more
He has a
about
name.
it, like what you're seeing? He has a name. Yes, his name is Carson.
Right, Carson. I thought bugs don't
He's
really
part
get
of this
cold.
family.
Yeah, no. The bugs you can think of as kind of like pets and stuff, so you can name them if they're notable enough.
Right. Does your firefly have a name?
We call it Chatterson.
Carson and Chatterson.
We're so creative. We're very creative. We're very creative here. But sometimes we call him Chaddington because the name always changes.
This is a VC full of artists and writers, and this is the most creative we can
Can't
be.
wait for this to devolve into calling one just son.
Yeah. That is very fitting of Otis, though, to call something just son. Otis is the old man of our group. Or at least we assume that he's old.
He is old, probably. I don't know.
Fucking ancient. No, Otis is ancient.
Otis is actually the youngest.
That would be really funny.
He just acts really old.
In actually
Okay.
12.
No, not on Discord. Don't actually say that on Discord. No.
Don't say on Discord. Yeah, delete that.
Yeah, delete that right now. Yeah, so
Right.
Aspen, do you want to describe a little bit more about what you see about the beetle?
Alright. I'm actually 84. Okay. Sorry. So, alright, Aspen takes out so in their cloak they have a lot of pockets in there that hides many trinkets and things that who gods knows. Actually, only all the small little deities and gods probably know. They pull out a small notebook that's like the size of a palm and a pencil that's that needs to be thrown away. Like there's literally almost no life back in there thing, and they're gripping the end of it. And they start writing down the things they take notice of. One being Carson, the giant beetle that's somehow squeezed into the cabin. Somehow. Mal, can you show me what the beetle looks like again? I know there's a picture in the
I mean, you can.
book.
It's kind of different, like per person. You can.
Right.
I mean, if Noah would like to describe the beetle a little bit more.
Or grab a face climb. Or do that.
Yeah, or find a face claim and we can describe it for our audience.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Face claim for a bug.
Yes,
Yeah.
face claim for
Off I go.
Or you can just describe him. I don't fucking know.
It reminds me of the Minecraft alleys where you just like, hey, can you find this for me? And they just like, sure, of course.
Buzz off. Yeah.
Oh my god. Guys, Aspen knocks their head off. Hold on.
Actually, while we
Please,
do
give
this,
me a moment.
I'm gonna start putting together a design for Raina.
Okay.
Oh, Cloudy just left. Okay.
Mid sentence, I think Aspen kind of
Passed out.
passes out because of the cold. Like, they have been shaking this whole time from how cold they were, and none of us had bothered to give them a blanket or something.
Raina takes off their signature cloak covered in glowing moss and places it over them. And it's like, you'll be okay.
That seems like an important item. I believe that you should take a token for that.
Oh, okay.
Remember, there is a token system.
Yes. Where do I mark that down?
There should be a place in your character sheet, I believe.
No.
You would just write it down somewhere.
I'm just gonna write it down in advancement, so it's fine.
All right, sounds good. I will describe the beetle in Cloudy's place. So the beetle is
We said you
yellow
passed up.
with the beetle is a yellow stag beetle. I think it's stag beetle. Well, it has a very long horn thingy. Not as shiny as you see in other beetles, but it's like a very nice and sturdy beetle. And it seems like a good protector as well. Otis, how long have you been with your beetle?
He's the child of one I had long ago.
Oh, I see. I guess I can ask, I feel like I've seen these beetles around during the war. Do you know much about that? What they were used for during the war, perhaps? Because I've only really seen it. I didn't really interact as much with it.
I think.
Yeah, while Noah's working on it, Reina, would you like to describe something that you see in the cabin, other than our giant beetle friend?
Across from the window where the beetle is, I guess, I don't know. It's like a desk, with a journal on it, I guess.
Nice. Yeah. Do you think there was someone that lived here, and we just kind of invaded their space?
I think a long time ago, yes, but not anymore. Not for a long time.
I see. Yeah, so I suppose if we looked around a little bit more, we can kind of see there's like dust in the corners and cobwebs. Probably the journal is a little bit faded in the pages, yellowing on the edges.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
To add more descriptions, the fireplace that we're all sitting by, to light it, we had to like gather a lot of the old logs that were all, there's like a lot of dust and old ashes that we all put together to set up the fireplace.
Mm.
Yeah, Noah, how's your description of your thinking?
It is done, it is done.
Alright, tell us about your beetle.
They're usually used for long trips, or anything that required moving items. They're reliable and don't get scared easily.
I see. I know this is a bit of a sensitive topic, but like looking at the head of the beetle, the sharp, like, I don't actually know anatomy of beetles, so I don't know what that would be. Like, were they used in the war, and are they dangerous at all? What'd you say?
A beetle's only dangerous if their owner is.
That makes sense. Yeah. Let me think. Oh, I suppose our chat doesn't know about Reina's backstory. So Reina,
yeah, I can talk about it.
Yeah.
So basically, Reina used to work on a railroad, like during the old war and that kind of thing. And basically didn't really like the job a whole lot, but just kind of did it because it was something to do, right? Money, something to do, that kind of thing. While they worked, they like sang all the like railroad songs and everything, and tended to work in rhythm a lot. So one day, as they worked, the tiny gods kind of gathered around to listen to the music that she was kind of accidentally making while working. And in the process of that, also attracted this legendary dancer, who was impressed by Reina, and they got to talking and kind of clicked, became friends. And then this legendary dancer confided in Reina that they wanted to retire, and asked Reina to take up their mantle. And so she did. She left the railroad and started traveling around as a dancer.
Do you remember the name of the dancer?
Oh gosh, I'm thinking on a spot like this. It was hard enough to choose a name for Reina.
I know, I feel that. Well, do you know if there was like a title of the dancer? Like, in my hometown, there was a well-known dancer. Because our town had like a lot of guiders and stuff. There was like a number of lights. Like lights were very important to us. So it was like I don't remember exactly, but it was like the lightning dancer or something was the well-known one in my town.
I think the one I took up was the Bard of Masks.
I see. Interesting.
And that's why I wear a mask everywhere.
Do you want to describe your look a little bit more?
Right. So, working on the design board right now, out of character, but kind of the the broad strokes of it is she's a raccoon. She wears a stylized mask. She has a cloak covered in glowing moss, which is what she just put on Aspen, and she wears a pair of loose-fitting pants. And I kind of imagine that she's got a staff as well. And yeah.
Very nice.
Big cloak, big pants, cool mask.
Very, very cool.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, indeed. Let's see. As we're sitting here, I'm just gonna move things along a little bit. If we look outside the window, the snow is kind of like wavering, like it's kind of hard to tell if it's stopped or not. It seems like it's slowing down. We might want to stay here a little while since it might still be very cold out. And looking at Aspen, who's kind of drooling over their journal, that might be a good idea. But we should probably, start moving ourselves out. So I suppose we can try to get Carson out of the window.
Yeah, that's going to be a chore. Let me see if I can call upon the tiny gods for help.
Okay.
And then Reina just kind of starts to dance and sing, and eventually the gods appear, and she just kind of like whispers with them and communicates with them.
Yeah. And when you were dancing and singing, I kind of just clapped along. And my Firefly and my Wisp were kind of like dancing with you and the gods that might have appeared.
Nice.
What was Otis doing during that? Just like so we had more.
Nodding along. He's impressed and thankful.
Very cool. But yeah, Reina, what did the gods tell you?
God damn it.
Yeah, sorry, I might have interrupted your thought.
You're fine. Basically just like the power of all of us should be more than enough to get him out of the window. Like
All
the
right.
like teamwork kind of thing, you know?
Sounds like a plan. All right. I go to Carson, and I start kind of like pushing his face a little bit, but being very careful because I just don't want to like start pushing him backwards, but I also don't want to like bother the guy, knowing that like this beetle is a species of beetle. That
Otis is watching what you do very closely.
Reina is of course helping. Muscles. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead first.
Like her muscles from years of working on the railroad, like showing for the first time in a while.
Oh yeah, especially without your like cloak over your shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah, my character Melee is like very dainty. Not really the strongest you'll see. Yeah.
Reina is strong, but she's trying not to be.
That's funny. I mean, as a dancer, you also have to be fairly like athletic.
That's true.
Yeah, Otis does have like a giant bag and stuff, and carry a lot of wares. Otis, do you want to help us get Carson out instead of just watching us?
No.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I look at my wisp.
You seem to be handling it well.
I don't know about that. I feel like Carson's barely budged, guys. Let's see. Reina, sorry, Iron, you do have a token for Reina. If you want to use that.
Oh yeah, I'll use that.
Okay. Do you want to describe what you do to get Carson out?
Reina calls upon the tiny gods once again and essentially just asks them for their help, and they oblige and push the beetle out the window.
So to add more descriptor to that, the small tiny gods come in all shapes and forms. Most of them kind of showing up as blinking lights, especially for dancers, because they enjoy the dance and the song, and prefer to take that form. A lot of small and forgotten gods tend to be multi-faced, meaning that they have the ability to transform and change their shape. Some of the gods that were called upon change their shape to be a lot more strong, like larger in light, and help push Carson out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
So now that we got Carson out, what do we do about this window that seems to be cracking? Like you can see, like on the frames of the window, a little bit of it is all like splintered and everything.
Will we be back?
I don't know if we'll be back. We shall probably continue our journey, but
I doubt we'll see this place again, but we should leave it better than we came.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm the type of person who prefers to leave somewhere safe for other ongoing travelers. Let's see. I myself have like 2 tokens because I think in the token list, if I were to describe things in detail based off of what I see, I get a token each time.
Yeah.
I feel like I've done that pretty well.
Yeah, you have.
I'm gonna wait for Noah.
Otis is quite stingy, so he'll roll his eyes at you two for using your resources to help some random house.
Yeah, that sounds like Otis.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Reina, let's try to fix this window a little bit together.
Okay.
I first look at Carson and examine the wares a little bit. Maybe there's some kind of adhesive that some kind of sap or something to glue the splintered wood together. I'm gonna ask Otis, can I trade with you for some sap? I believe you might have some.
Welcome back.
I'm so sorry.
What
I
do you
don't
have
know
to
why.
offer?
I'm so sorry. I don't mean to keep doing this.
We haven't left yet, so you're good. We got Carson out the window, and now we're trying to fix the window.
Yeah.
What?
Because the snow had calmed down, we plan on leaving the cabin. But we since you're still sleeping, we decided, okay, we're just gonna start with getting Carson out of the window. And after pushing Carson out of the window, parts of the window is all splintered and broken. So to answer Otis's question, I have a couple coins on me, but also since we are on a journey together, I feel like... Oh. What was that?
What?
I heard... Okay, well, okay.
Sorry, was that me? I don't know.
I might have heard a background noise.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. We can just say it's one of the noises in the forest.
Nothing to worry about, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, Otis, I will offer you my continued service of guidance. I am the one who found this house, so perhaps you kind of owe me something. Otherwise, your bones will still be creaking in the snow, in the cold of the storm.
I guess I'd owe you for that, and Reina for helping Carson out. Fine, take what you need.
Okay.
This voice really suits me.
Yeah,
It does.
I will say really quickly, I think this will be considered a deal, so I'm going to say that you get a token, Otis. And also because earlier Aspen had described what they saw, I will say that Aspen also deserves a token. Just to be cool.
Yippee!
I will now spend a token to...
Oh yeah. Now that you're awake, you have my
No
cloak.
idea what I have.
I have it back. I'm cold.
Oh my god! How did this get on me? That's crazy.
While you were asleep...
Yeah, you can have.
Thank you.
Out of character. My mom has arrived in Spain, and she just called me and was like, "Hey, I'm in Spain."
Oh,
And
nice.
I
Good for her.
That's great, mother. I'm in the middle of something right now.
That's alright, no problem. Don't worry, I'm very good at this improv roleplay stuff. I am filling for you. No worries.
I'm less good at it, but I'm working on it.
Okay.
Yeah,
And this is good practice for me.
This is great. This is great.
Hopefully, I won't. I'm gonna hope for the rest of the night nobody interrupts me again.
Yeah. It's all good.
Or else we're just gonna make a canon that Aspen has.
Yeah, the interruptions are now coming from your
Narcolepsy.
internet and not from anything else.
I wasn't gonna say it, But yeah.
Yeah. So while you were gone, basically the description of Aspen was, it was so cold while you were writing that you kind of passed out, and we didn't notice right away. So when we did notice, Reina offered her very beloved cloak to you to help warm you up. But since we're leaving now, yeah, she has taken it back.
Yeah, you can have it back. My cloak is a good and handy, and I have my own thermal things. I can keep myself warm, hopefully.
Yeah, so using the sap that I have taken from Carson, Otis and Carson, I'm just gonna say that. I used my token in order to affect the world around me and repair the window. I feel like it's still very cold, so the sap kind of hardens right away. Reina, can I ask for your help? Can you ask the small and forgotten gods, like perhaps to warm up the sap a little bit so that it melts a little bit easier?
Absolutely. And she does so. But yeah.
There you go.
And go for it.
Yeah, I'll add a description to that. So Reina does like a little twirl, just like a nice little one, since it's a very small favor. And a small and forgotten god answers and provides a little bit of like warmth. Like it's kind of like a heat-based small and forgotten god. So is that how we lit the fire earlier too, with Reina's help?
Yeah.
Wow, Reina, you're really cool.
It's a dance that I love to dance. In fact, I actually do have it written down that 3 dances I will gladly dance. A dance with fire to spark inspiration. So it just checks out.
Oh, that's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Oh. I see you. Yeah, I'm reading it right now.
Yeah.
I noticed that Aspen is now awake, and I go, "Oh, Aspen, now that you're awake, the snow has stopped. Let's continue our journey."
Oh, good. Thank God the snow stopped. I don't really like the cold.
Well, it's still a bit cold outside, but I want us to continue journeying on. If you don't mind.
Yeah. I'm full of energy, and I won't pass out ever again.
Passes out immediately. Imagine.
Imagine a disconnect right at moment.
And then I turn to Otis as well as Reina. Are you guys ready to go? Are we all set?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Did you want to take that old journal, by the way, Reina? With you.
Yeah. So Reina stops by the fireplace to grab her mask, which she placed on the ground earlier, and then goes to the desk and grabs the journal as well.
Very nice. So yeah, let's continue.
Yo, let's go to the edge of the world. Wait, I mean, to wherever you guys are going.
Yeah, so we can continue our walk. So we're continuing our journey through the woods, with the snow kind of blanketing the ground and our footsteps being left behind us. Yeah, since you are back, Cloudy, I will have your character do more things, just so that we don't miss out. Let's see. Tell me a little bit more.
Guys, Ark's calling me a trash panda, and I'm gonna murder him.
Oh, whoa.
I mean,
let me just scribble that out of my note.
You're picking things up, but it's very useful, and I mean, we can take a look at the journal later or during our walk if you want.
Yeah, I'll open it up. Yeah.
Yeah, so then while we are walking, Reina opens the journal, and I'll have my firefly kind of follow behind to make sure that like you don't walk off one way or another. Sometimes you might like walk a certain direction a little bit because of the snow is like bumpy, and my Firefly will probably bump you a little bit to make sure that you go in a certain other direction while you're reading.
Raina does get a little scatterbrained too, so.
Yeah, perfect. So while we are walking, I will ask Aspen, tell me a little bit more about your faith. I know you're like very into artistry and like creating and everything. Is there like small and forgotten gods that are leading your faith? Or is there like a legend of like some kind of person, some artist that you like aspire to be?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I come from like a small place far away from here, so, like a close-knit family type thing. And well, this book, this book of poetry or prophecies, was passed down to me, and I'm looking for the place it originated from. It's so magical and special, and I just need to know how to make something akin to that, to maybe pass down to my family when I get one, something along those lines.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You have experience with love?
I mean, I guess I do. They're just faceless guys now, but yeah, I'm still looking for the special someone, I suppose.
That's cool. That's very, very fun, actually. I kind of wish I could be like that as well. I've had my own share of experiences. I don't really like them, though.
I mean, yeah, I suppose that happens when the guy just kind of is an asshole.
I mean, it's not even that they were an asshole. It was kind of just like, arrangements and stuff, and I don't even know the person and I'm supposed to marry them. It's like kind of not great.
I never really had too much experience with love. Never really settled down anywhere long enough to.
Right. You were working on the rails, so I imagine you traveled a lot while doing that.
I've been traveling most of my life.
That's fair. What about you, Otis? You have a long time on your belt.
At least we think we do. He does.
Rude.
As a descriptor, while Noah's typing, while we were walking, Otis kind of just like leans back on the beetle for a second to pause and think of his many experiences in life.
He just scoffed, looks into the distance, and says nothing for 10 minutes.
Nothing for a little bit. Yeah, he's kind of like leaning onto Carson, but like still moving a little bit, but very slowly. Carson is taking on more weight because of the leaning, so.
Oh man, is he having a flashback? Guys, I think he's having a flashback.
It's a cutaway bit. This is Family Guy
well,
now.
A few stories here and there, but I'm not too into commitment. You've all got time to have your adventures.
Aww.
Not into commit. You're pretty committed to your smokes, though. Not gonna lie.
Are pretty committed to your smokes.
Says the alcoholic.
Hey, I don't have commitment issues. They're the one who left me.
Hey, she's committed to alcohol. Wait, hold on.
Pronouns.
It's committed to alcohol. Sorry.
All good.
I don't really care about getting pronouns right. It's all right. All good.
Okay, cool. I look at Reina for a
He
second.
shakes his
I'm
head
actually
and scoffs.
I'm actually kind of surprised that you haven't had like romances here and there. I feel like as a dancer, well, perhaps like it's still pretty new to you, but I feel like dancers are just such like wonderful idols in any place that you would get someone flirting with you here and there.
Well, sure, but fans don't necessarily make the greatest partners.
That's fair. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Parasocial relationships are usually don't end well. I don't think parasocial. I don't think would they know the word parasocial?
Yes, we do use the English language.
Okay.
This isn't Warrior Cats. I mean, it is a very popular book series that does not exist in this world. I just heard about it from my wisp here that has many names. Yeah, so after Otis answers, he kind of just starts walking along again, and I'm just like, okay. And we continue
Whatever you
going.
say, old man.
I will give you guys a chance now. We are moving on to another area now. We're moving on to another area now. Does one of you guys want to describe where we are coming into? Like we're peeking out of the forest now, peeking out of the trees.
Not it.
Not it. Noah.
Noah.
No.
Oh no.
Oh man, guys. Okay, so we peek out of the trees and we come across a rolling fields, still blanketed by snow, but peeking out from the snow are like kind of dead grass. Like you can tell it's dead grass, but they've grown like long enough that they're able to kind of peek out of the snow in like long strands.
Oh, I'm nodding my head, but you cannot see that.
Going through this grass, like for me, because I'm very short, it goes like up to my chest, I would say.
Do we have canon height chart for everyone?
Oh, I haven't thought about it. Are we going based on like the sizes of the animals, or?
That would probably be fitting.
Okay, so Aspen's the shortest because they're a literal lizard.
Yeah, Reyna probably isn't too much taller.
I would say, yeah, Aspen. Okay, this is from short to tall, so I'd say Aspen, then Melee, then Reyna, and then Otis in terms of height. Oh, and of course Carson's the tallest.
Yeah.
Carson's fucking massive.
Carson can step
Never forget Carson.
on. Never forget Carson.
We never will.
Carson
We never will.
would probably accidentally step on Aspen.
At least Aspen's tail.
Oh yeah, it's okay. Aspen
how
doesn't
many
care
times
about being
do you
healthy
think
anyway.
Aspen has lost their tail to Carson?
Ooh,
They
yeah, that's a
probably
great
have.
question.
Yeah,
Elmao.
but they probably have. It's okay. They can grow it back.
Perhaps Aspen like instinctually keeps their tail off the ground a lot more.
Oh yeah, after like hanging out with them.
Yeah.
After the fifth time of their tail being snapped off. They only forget when they're drunk.
Aww.
I like how we just accidentally made Aspen a drunk.
Yeah.
Well, okay, you can. Well, whoops.
Whoops.
I
Whoops,
mean,
alcoholism.
a lot of faithful people sometimes are drunkards as well.
Yeah.
It's just something that happens sometimes.
Well,
Whoopsies, colon P.
Whoopsies.
Yeah, whoopsies. Alright. Right, we're at a bunch of fields. Aspen's still taking their notebook, which I guess has a little bit of drool on it now, starts sketching out the place. Oh, this we never seen this place before. Could this be the edge of the world?
I guess we shall explore onward and take a look. Reina, is there anything that's being said in your journal about anything?
Okay. So from the looks of it, whoever wrote the journal and built that shack originally lived here but was exiled.
Oh, I see. So there should be a town nearby then? Based off of
I
that?
thought you were describing a town.
No, I was describing rolling hills of grass, just like very tall grass.
Oh.
Yeah. A prairie, perhaps.
Yeah, so they described walking through here after their exile.
I see. Okay. So do you have an idea of why they were exiled? Were they part of the rebellion, or were they part of, like... I wonder what happened.
I haven't gotten to that part yet.
Fair enough. It does seem like a pretty thick journal you have there.
Okay, so there's a town nearby?
From the sounds of it.
Yeah. I wonder if it's still there, because, after the war, a few towns I've noticed have been kind of abandoned. Like, part of the reason I decided to take on this journey is because I wanted to help guide people who have no longer have a home due to, their homes being ruined.
Okay, well, that's funny you say that. She takes out, it takes out the book of poems / prophecies. So I've studied a lot of these poems, and there's this one that stands out to me when I saw this place. It says, it is called "Because I Cannot Stop for Death." Because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. The carriage held out but ourselves and immortality. We paused before a house that seems a swelling of the ground. The roof was scarcely visible, the cornice in the ground. Since then is centuries and yet feels shorter than day. I first sunrise the horses' heads were towards eternity. Does that sounds like this place, this prophecy. I don't know what it's talking about, but it sounds maybe there. It says maybe he's from this place. There is a house here, maybe a school, something along those lines.
Well, we do need to get through this tall grass first to take a look at the town. I don't really see any paths going through here. What about you guys? Do you see anything?
Can Otis fly?
Yeah, can Otis fly? Man's probably too old.
Indeed. However, he's on Carson right now, so he's got the good view, personal vision issues aside.
Alright, then Otis, do you see a town or some paths, like some, well-worn paths through this prairie that we were looking for? Welcome back.
I do see what looks like a break in the grass, though I couldn't tell you what it is exactly. I say we try there.
Okay, that sounds good. You should get a token for that. Anyways, I start pushing through the grass. I could use my knife here, but because of Otis's aversion to sharp objects, I suppose, because of war flashbacks, I decided instead to just kind of push through the grass very carefully, and making sure not to slap people in the face with the grass or into them, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. No, that makes sense. Yeah.
And I'm kind of moving toward where Otis had mentioned. I assume that Otis actually pointed to where we're supposed to go, right?
Yes,
right.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
You're good.
Otis just says, "Yeah, there's a break in the grass." But where?
So, right
Says
there.
that goes to sleep.
Oh.
Hey, Otis. We're good pals, good friends. We're business partners. Can I get a ride on Carson with you? Mayhaps. I don't really feel like stabbing myself with sharp grass today.
Made sharper because of the cold. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Mm.
Also, I think newts probably have very sensitive skin.
Yeah, probably.
I think you mean scales.
Well, you don't exactly look like you'll be too heavy for him, so sure, this one time.
You're the best, man. Thanks.
Aspen is actually the heaviest in our group, imagine.
I'm just gonna scramble.
It's the beer
up here.
belly. It's the beer belly.
Okay, I'm just gonna
Carson
scramble on
collapses.
here. I'm not trying to. I'm just gonna be out there in the back. Not gonna be in your way or anything. So, thanks, man.
Okay, so then as a descriptor, Aspen kind of hops onto the back, where there's a little bit of room, between the cargo of Otis's wares on Carson.
Mm-hmm.
Carson does not actually
I
collapse.
swear to the gods, if you're by the drinks.
Whoa, no. Why would you say that? Come on. You trust me, right, boy? Come on. They
He stares at it.
scooches. It scooches to the other side of the cargo.
Yeah, so I suppose me and Reina are the only ones kind of walking through the grass at this point.
Yeah. At this point, Reina's given the journal a break to make sure that she can safely navigate through the tall grass.
That makes sense. Yeah,
So far, the only one's actually working.
Yeah, for real. It's the group project, and me and Mel's character are hard carrying.
Yeah.
I mean, when the other characters are an alcoholic and a smoker.
It's up to the dance major and the quiet nerd to figure it out.
Hey now, I'm not a quiet nerd. I'm only
Giggling.
academic because I had an education. I don't know what to tell you. It's hard to get an education these days. Don't call me a nerd. Yeah, so we kind of push through all the grass. We get to the spot that Otis mentioned. Does anyone want to describe the path forward?
There's a ruined town with vines. The buildings are all kind of growing all over. The roots are kind of breaking down the stone walls and stuff. This place looks abandoned. Probably haven't seen a single soul in a couple of years.
All right. Right.
Probably more than a couple of years.
As I
Hello? Hello again.
Hi, Aaron.
Can you stop derailing us, dude?
Never.
Okay.
Yeah, so in the town, like as I do as a firelight, I'm going to walk around the town and kind of explore it to see if there's any survivors. What do you guys want to do in this abandoned town?
I'm gonna do the same, kind of singing softly to myself to be heard to any possible survivors. I guess not really softly to myself, but like singing, you know?
Right.
Aspen is going to take out their book again and starts drawing the place to make sure they have a visual thing to help them remember things, because when they get drunk they don't know what's going on.
Oh my god. Records are always good, especially in a world like this.
And then they've also put a note next to the drawing that this poem is poem number 75 or something.
There's definitely more than that.
Numbers are just numbers, man.
Yeah.
This is the poem, yeah.
Otis was sort of planning on selling his stuff here, so the town being abandoned is sort of a problem. He's gonna go looking for old shops to totally not steal.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll keep Tarson company, old man. You got it.
Okay. I mean, if it's abandoned, then perhaps it's a good place to replenish our supplies as well. Yeah, give me a quick second. I just need to check something. Yeah, for now we just won't have that as a feature. Yeah, so looking through this abandoned town, since it's been abandoned for a long time, any odd soul that might be hanging around here are probably long past now. The good thing is, at least I didn't see anything in terms of possible bodies, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Very
Raina doesn't really find anything either.
And Aspen is totally not sneaking a bottle of champagne into their cloak.
God.
Totally not, guys. No. I said they're not. Did you not hear me? They're not doing that.
Raina does not notice this. But if she did, she'd have words.
Yeah, so I asked Raina, is there anything else in the journal about this town? Like, is there anything that we should know about it?
Sorry.
You're good.
From the sounds of it, it was fairly small. It looks like they were exiled for sympathizing with the resistance. So I'd imagine a larger part of the resistance got to this place.
I see.
And that's why it's abandoned now.
Then I assume that this place was on the side of the kingdom then.
Yeah, definitely.
Though, speaking of the war, I understand if you guys don't really want to talk about it since a lot of us have some memories of it. But I did want to ask, like, what side of the war were you guys on? It might be very sensitive to ask this, and feel free not to answer, but...
I never really cared. I didn't like that people were dying, but I didn't really care about sides on it.
Yeah, you were probably just like an honest worker, you know, doing your job.
My family never liked conflict. They were very much a neutral territory. Also, we lived in a pretty rural place, so nobody really bothered us and we didn't bother them. Says Aspen.
I mean, I heard depending on where you live, the kingdom would enlist you, like even if you lived in like a small town, enlist you where they could. But that's only if you're like you were under some, you know, strong noble or something.
Luckily, I was working.
Yep. Yeah, in a way, you did contribute to the war in building your rails for both sides, I imagine, because I think the trains were used by multiple peoples.
Definitely.
I'd smuggle stuff for them, and that's all the information you'll get unless you've got something to pay for more with.
For the rebellion, I see. Well, my family at least, was, if you guys couldn't tell, was like, you know, a noble family. Kind of fallen now because of the war, you know, what happened. But we were on the side of the kingdom. It was difficult. I didn't have much of an opinion about everything that happened because I just, you know, it's not really enjoyable to be on either side of the war, I'd say. Especially if, like, you're forced into doing things that you didn't really want to.
Man.
Yeah, you can say I have a love-hate relationship with my hometown.
Laughs off the pain. You need a drink?
I'm okay, thank you.
Aspen, where did you get that?
Me? Yeah, where did you get
I bought it. I bought it.
Okay.
Emoji Blum Squint.
I bought it. Don't you remember? I was saving it for a special occasion, like last week. Remember?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'll choose to accept that.
Yeah. I would not lie to you, my good friend.
Be nice.
Aspen, I don't think you'd lie to us with bad intentions.
No, of course not.
However, I do think you would lie to us to save your own skin.
I mean, mayhaps. Hey, let's just make sure that doesn't happen. Also, it doesn't really matter, does it?
I suppose not.
I'm gonna pet my firefly while I'm just kind of watching you guys converse.
There's nothing much more to converse about. This town's abandoned. The prophecy's true too. It said this place would be run to the ground. And we also got your clue on probably where the kingdom is or something, wherever you're going with.
Who?
What? Jesus Christ.
Aspen's very clearly confused. Anyways.
Wait, that fucking
Just go with it, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, it's actually starting to become nighttime, so as we're kind of like planning on leaving the town, we kind of are seeing that the sun is going down and it is now like sunset. But because of the snow, like the sun's kind of like the light is bouncing off of the freshly laid snow from this like sunset. And it's a really beautiful sight. The snow kind of like glows and sparkles from the light, mainly like orange and purples.
Wow.
Do you guys want to continue on, or should we try to find shelter for the night?
I think we should. I think we should continue. I don't think we've gone that far today.
All right.
I agree. I took a nap, so I'm very basically energized and basically ready to go.
I don't know if you're that well rested. You pass out of exhaustion.
Yeah. Well, that's what the nap was for.
Alright.
Are newts also nocturnal?
I don't know, man.
Hold on. Are newts nocturnal? Yes.
Oh. Also, yeah, it's time for me to be awake.
Is Noah the only not nocturnal one here?
Yep.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's so funny.
Old man, it's time to sleep. It's bedtime.
At 7 p.m.
7 p.m. He's an old man. Your beetle can probably carry you for a little bit.
Yeah, since it's the middle, well, not really the middle of winter, but like the sunset, I would say it's around like maybe like 4 or 5. Probably 5, yeah, like 5 p.m.
Okay.
So right now it's still kind of like early in the day. Not early in the day, but like, you know, maybe for us nocturnals, it's early in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess we shall continue. Are we gonna leave the town behind now?
Yeah.
I mean,
you see Reina's eyes like shining
else.
in the moonlight like nocturnal creatures do, you know?
Very nice.
Oh my god, the fucking Ebenezer Scrooge fit.
For real. That is so Otis of Otis.
Really is.
Right,
so we're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Alright, so we do leave the town. When we get to the outskirts of the town, does anyone want to describe what is shown here? Like what we see?
After a little while longer of rolling hills, there's like a dense, dark forest. Like the canopy of trees forming like a ceiling blocking out the moonlight.
Very interesting.
Ooh. Well said, Noah.
Yeah. To add on to that, even though it's the middle of like snow blanket, because like all the branches are all tangled together and everything, the snow that just happened blankets on top of those naked branches, forming that canopy. So even though we can barely see the moonlight, it still kind of like shines through the snow with like a really interesting like crystalline effect of light.
Pretty.
But the ground beneath us is a lot like softer dirt, except it's not really soft because of the cold. It's kind of frozen over. But the snow couldn't reach the ground here.
Mhm.
So the ground beneath us is like icy,
Crispy.
and hard. Yeah, crispy,
yeah,
very
icy.
crispy.
Crispy, like kind of crunchy
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
heavier people. Yeah.
As we're moving along, you can kind of hear like the heavy footsteps of Carson, like the big crunch sounds every time the guy takes a step.
The guy, such a good way to describe Carson.
Yeah, what a
Carson's
guy!
such a
What
good
guy.
boy.
He
He's such a good boy.
is. He's such a guy.
Yes, appreciate him more.
Because it's a lot darker too. I turn to Chatterson, and have them kind of lead the way for us. Making sure to light our way, and even like especially for Carson and Otis who struggle to see in the dark, make sure that they don't get lost.
I'd imagine
Actually.
person like familiar with like the pheromones of the rest of the party is able to follow on that since he's a beetle.
Yeah.
Beetle.
Are beetles also kind of nocturnal? I feel like a lot of bugs are nocturnal.
I don't think bugs sleep all that much, do they?
Not really. So it's literally only Otis.
Yeah.
Otis, how are you feeling?
I'm the only normal one here.
In that case, you're weird, and we're the normal ones.
Exactly.
No.
No.
Yeah, so even though we like discuss a lot of things on our journey, I will return like to conversation topics that we might have talked about before on our journey, but I will bring it out for our audience. So Aspen, how long have you been traveling for, and like what is a site that you will never forget?
Not sure how long exactly, but I was certainly pretty young when I started. And for site, let me just flip through my thing here, my sketchbook. Yes, probably this point, I was at a beach, and the sun was just setting, and the sky, the sun reflected from the water, and all blending in on the colors. That was really pretty. There were a lot of seashells on the beach too. I had a souvenir from it somewhere around in my pockets, but I probably cannot find it right now.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
I drew a picture right here.
Was there anyone traveling with you at the time? Like, did you get a chance to share that moment with someone?
No, dude left me already, so
they just kind of abandoned you.
Yeah, that was a few weeks before that, so whoops, but it's okay, he was a jerk anyway.
But I imagine that kind of made you feel like a lot sadder looking out at such a beautiful sight and feeling like, oh, I don't have someone lovely to appreciate it with.
Well, I mean, I have you guys now, and you guys are not gonna leave me. I mean, you haven't left me for a couple years now, so that you already did like 5 times better than him. So, yippee!
I mean, even if we do end up separating, we always have the plan to meet up again. That's the plan.
Exactly. So, I mean, he didn't do that. So.
Yeah, how about you, Otis? Was there like any specific town that you traded in that had like, I don't know, just a nice vibe for you that you just really enjoyed.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Otis is answering my question. So what you missed is basically I asked Cloudy about, or Aspen about something that they saw that they enjoyed. And then I'm asking Otis of like...
I've always loved bigger towns.
Always loved bigger towns. Well, more customers for you, right?
Profit.
Was there any like festivities or like, I don't know, something interesting that you found in the town?
Not just that, having so many people just feels nice.
That's fair.
I mean, makes sense that you probably like company, you always have Carson with you and stuff.
Yeah. I imagine, Reina, you also feel the same. You prefer the company of others. They can enjoy your dancing all together, so...
Definitely.
Would you believe me if I said Carson has won multiple medals in beetle contests during festivals?
Wow, that's amazing. I take a look at Carson and I look at the guy up and down and like all of the cargo like stacked on top of him. Kind of like loses some of their luster, seeing the bird and everything. And I'm like, I wonder, are the beetle contests more about strength or about looks?
Did you just call Carson ugly?
Well, I just feel like his shell has less luster than could be. I feel like Otis could, take a little bit of that beetle polish and give Carson some tender, loving care.
Mm-hmm.
Simpler is better sometimes, Melee.
All right.
The threat. Right.
Yeah,
just gone silent.
But I do tend to be more geared towards physical capabilities.
That makes more sense. Yeah. I may not be a noble anymore, but I still have my tastes. I just will point that out. Yeah, what about you, Reina? Like, while working on your rails, was there any like terrain that was particularly difficult, and did you like have a hard time appreciating the things around you since you're so like you tend to be very busy with that work?
Well, I think the hardest terrain to work with was the mountains, because we either had to dig through the mountains or wind around them, neither of which were fun. So that sucked. And yeah, I think that's a large part of why I left the railroad. Is I was seeing all of these places and I was doing all of this stuff, but I couldn't really appreciate it because I was just busy,
That makes sense. Was there like a scenery that you caught a glimpse of that you kind of wished you appreciated more? Like you kind of regret once you left?
Nothing really stands out to me. It was just kind of all of it, I guess.
That makes sense. Well, I hope on our journey right now you're able to appreciate things a little more.
Definitely, yes. My favorite part about traveling with you guys.
Wonderful.
I mean, I have a book of all of the journeys I have. The sketches. The one that I keep around at all times. I mean, I have pretty bad memories, so I guess every time I see a same place again, I can always still appreciate it, even or view it like it's the first time I saw it, even though it wasn't. I just have bad memory.
In a way, you're
Probably
fortunate.
the alcohol's probably not helping, but goddamn, it's so good.
Yeah, what did you say?
I said, in a way, you're fortunate for that.
Yeah, for sure.
In a way.
In a way.
In a way, just ignore my alcoholic problems.
You with the alcohol, Otis with the tobacco. We really need to cut you two off.
Yeah, I worry about your health sometimes. Like both the two
My
of you,
health?
really.
You don't have to worry about my health. I'm a newt. I can regenerate anything. It takes a bit of time, but I can heal myself pretty quickly. That's why I don't have any medicine on me.
And I don't have long anyway, so.
No, old man, don't say that.
Oh, Otis.
Guys, pivot!
You may be in the last half of your life, but you're not near the grave.
Yeah, you're not that close. Like, don't walk toward the light.
Don't walk
Oh my god.
I can just imagine.
Don't you
Otis,
do exactly that?
I mean,
It's a different kind of light. It's a different kind of light.
yeah, that's a different kind of light. But I kind of looked to my wisp and like, kind of whisper to it a little bit because I just realized like, oh wait, my wisp that's kind of in love with my firefly might have like a little bit of knowledge of the afterlife. So I'm kind of telling them to watch out for Otis for me.
Oh.
Oh.
Man, that's hilarious. We're so funny, guys. Talking about death and stuff.
Yeah, anyways.
But-
Yeah, so you guys all know of my story of how I met my firefly somewhat. I don't want to go too much into detail of it, but I don't remember. Were you guys there for when I met my wisp here?
If I was, I don't remember.
I think we met shortly after.
Yeah, so while I was traveling, it was also like involved with a dancer too, so I wouldn't be surprised if we met shortly after because of that. It was some kind of festival, and like calling upon the small and forgotten gods. Like one of them just kind of stuck near my firefly, would not leave them alone, and now we're here. That's kind of just how my wisp guy is sticking with us.
In character, but also a little bit out of character. I can feel myself passing out. The internet may or may not be holding. I can feel myself passing out.
Oh no.
Guys.
I mean, yeah, never mind.
But anyways, just a word of warning there. Continue.
But yeah, Reina, do you remember that festival at all?
I do. It was one of the larger festivals I played at. All right, I danced at. It was good.
Yeah, I remember there being like a grand feast as well. And there was like, man, the music was like blaring and the lights kind of strewn across the streets. Like that was very cool. Some of it was a little overwhelming for me, but definitely was a very cool festival.
The lanterns mixed with the small forgotten gods made for beautiful lighting.
Oh yeah, for sure. So many colors as well. It was just like Man, I feel like I saw colors that I don't even know how to name. It was just, yeah, it was very cool.
It was.
Wow.
Yeah, what about you, Aspen and Otis? Like, have you guys ever experienced a festival like that?
Well, I must have, I think. Let me just look through here. Oh, right. This one. It was some kind of lantern festival where they put up all these lights and stuff to attract some of the small gods to come and greet their town and bless them. I don't really remember what it was really about. It was in my earlier traveling days where I haven't been keeping track of everything very well, but it was a town up north, I think.
Must have been very cold there then.
Yeah, but I don't remember what I was doing there, but yeah.
What about you, Otis? I'm sure you've been to plenty of festivals, especially hopping from town to town.
Festivals can be lucrative.
Yeah, definitely.
The Noah is typing.
Yep.
Nowhere.
Oh,
No one
absolutely.
good.
I've got a whole pile of licenses that let me sell at different festivals.
Oh, that's very cool. I imagine you
Well,
like have a booth in every town, like every time you go to a festival.
well,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nice. Do you ever like mess up your booth where you're supposed to have a certain theme of decorations for the holiday and then you just mess that up, you know, do the wrong holiday? Have you ever done that before?
no one is typing.
Old man is thinking very hard.
Old man, every time old man says something, he has to go through an anime flashback.
He has to give it like 15 seconds to.
I'd never. If I mess up, it is completely on purpose, MHM.
I see.
Huh. So, just like how I would never lie to you guys, it's very much on purpose that I just said the wrong thing when I said where I got this bottle of champagne. Yeah.
That's on purpose that you said the wrong thing? Then how did you get that bottle of champagne?
I mean, it was a gift from a friend. It was a gift from a friend.
Okay.
What's the branding?
What's the branding? It's in a language I don't know how to read.
Really?
Yeah.
Has there been languages that you've came across on your travels then? That like you just couldn't understand and had trouble communicating with?
Hello?
Hi, I'm just here to chill.
Yeah, Ark is here to just listen in. But yeah, Aspen, have you felt like on your journeys that you've met people with languages you just couldn't understand?
I mean, I could barely understand Otis's accent, so probably.
What about you, Reina? I feel like working on the railroads, and maybe as a dancer as well afterward. Like, you've probably had opportunities to travel like higher places.
Yeah. Through my travels, I try to learn like local languages and stuff, but I know a little bit of everything. But I guess I'm not really fluent in anything but English. So
Fair enough. What about you, Otis? I imagine needing to sell a lot of different items. You need to communicate a lot more. Especially with your heavy accent, I feel maybe English isn't your first language.
I know the important words in a few languages, yes.
I see.
The important words
not.
is give me money. The important words is
Pretty
I have
much.
a deal. I have a deal, give me money.
That's so real.
In my travels, I've heard of a sort of merchant's language, sort of a combination of a bunch of different languages that merchants use to communicate with each other. Do you know anything about that?
Oh, that sounds really cool. Otis is really thinking here.
This is a really long flashback.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you, Noah. I'm laughing at something else.
God. The merchant language is going through Otis's mind right now.
Yeah.
The TV show has to like translate and get the budgets went up for translation.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Arc didn't trigger the TTS.
Yeah, so it's a specific role, and also because me and you have admin, so the TTS just like, yeah.
You should not know about that, but yes, we started developing it when exchange between nations got more popular. Pretty useful when you've got border control to avoid.
Okay.
I see.
Interesting. I see. When I heard of it, I didn't really think of it anything nefarious, so to speak, but that actually makes a lot of sense.
What, Otis being nefarious? Why would you say that? He's very trustworthy.
I mean, he had a long experience in the war, I imagine. The three of us are a lot younger,
I'm not
so...
nefarious. Taxes are.
Taxes are, well...
Real!
Okay, I'm gonna describe our scenery some more. It is becoming darker now. Well, kind of. Like, the clouds are kind of covering the sky a little bit more. It is snow blanket, so it's expected to snow a lot, especially going into chill. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think we should be doing? I feel like perhaps we need to find another shelter.
Yeah, we should probably do that.
I agree, yeah.
I kind of look at Otis and like, yeah, and I think the old man's bones may be creaking. We might need a break as well.
Yeah. Yeah, let's rest.
I'm waiting for the old man to speak.
Otis squints angrily at you, but says, yeah.
Touche.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, I kind of look around with my nocturnal eyes, and
With
I
my
also
nocturnal.
I don't really want to have my firefly fly out too far, because I don't want Otis, like, I don't want to lose Otis or have Otis get lost on us. What do you guys want to do to try to find some shelter?
I mean, we can always burrow or find a cave. You know,
I'm
what is
a
the
big fan of
places?
burrowing.
You
don't
are
like burrowing?
Yeah, as a raccoon, I'm a big fan.
Oh, right. We can burrow in a cave. Start a fire in the cave.
I think a cave will be easier because it's kind of hard to burrow and fit all of us in, especially Carson.
Room.
And if we damage any of Otis's wares, I can't imagine how angry he'll be.
Probably have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't have much
Yes.
money left on me.
All right.
Okay, let's find a cave.
Yeah. Does anyone want to describe the scenery then? To find a cave.
As we Okay, actually, yeah. So as we kind of move along, find more like hills and stuff, and there's a kind of a slope downward. It seems to be like something that used to be like a river, like a waterway, that leads into kind of this like pipe opening. And after like an echo test, see that the pipe goes pretty far. Not quite sure how far. It's kind of dark in there. But since the river dried up long ago, the ground is only a little damp, which is probably now frozen since it's winter. But yeah.
If it's a pipe, does that mean if it's an actual pipe, are we closer to a more advanced town, like a bigger town?
Maybe, not necessarily, but potentially.
Yeah, maybe it could be like days out, since we're walking through everywhere.
Wait, so there's no water? The water's dried or / frozen? Okay.
Water dried out.
No! I miss the water.
I assume like if we head like later on, if we head further up the mountain, like who knows, maybe we can find some hot springs or something.
Yes, that would be so nice.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're making me miss Japan, their hot springs. Ugh.
Understandable. All right.
Last one's been around the world.
What? Oh, I mean, Japan? What's Japan mean? It sounds like a random word.
Yeah, but for now we can rest in this pipe. If you guys would like.
Yep, Aspen's already scrambling in there.
So I kind of clean some spot just to make sure that it's like more comfortable for most of us. I also double check and make sure Carson's able to get through easily.
Raina's gonna
is he?
Raina's gonna call upon the small and forgotten god to once again to start a fire, which is a dance she does very frequently.
Yeah, something to help keep us warm.
Yeah.
So we kind of cozy up in this spot. But I'm also kind of like, you might notice Meili kind of scouting around, kind of looking around. And as like our group is kind of settling down, she kind of mentions, I think I might scout ahead, but I will always return back here then for whenever you guys are done resting.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're sure you're coming back? You're sure?
Of course, 100%.
Okay.
She always comes back.
Yeah.
Why choose now to doubt her?
Just making sure.
I value Otis's wares, and I value your creative poems and prophecies. It's always been very interesting, and I enjoy Reina's wonderful dances. So there's no reason for me not to come back.
Okay, that seems to comfort Aspen, and they curl up they curl their hair around their leggies and sit in this curled up position that I don't know how to explain. You know, curled up.
Yes.
Okay. Let's have a kind of final word of what everyone's doing before we end this session.
Yeah, Raina's just kind of idly dancing, singing to herself, just interacting with the small forgotten gods.
Okay, no one's typing, so Aspen is just
Wait, did I make Pedro by accident?
That's so real.
Pedro. Sorry, I'm sorry.
You're good.
No, it's okay.
Noah, go ahead. And also Cloudy.
Alright, I think Aspen's leaned up, just their back is like on one of Carson's legs. And they're having, this is a different notebook now. You can tell because the cover is a different color. God, who knows how many things they have there, how many notebooks they have. But they're scribbling something, this time with a different pen, because each notebook has a different pen. And they keep glancing up at Reina and Otis every now and then.
Reina noticed this eventually and goes, "Are you drawing me?"
No.
She kind of chuckles to herself and continues to dance.
Otis is checking his wares and comparing the numbers with what he has written down.
Taking inventory out of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Is Carson just fast asleep? What's Carson doing?
Yeah,
What is
Also
Carson
glaring
doing?
at Aspen when he gets to the drinks story.
Oh.
Carson is gone, he's snoring.
That's so real.
He's gone.
But yeah, it sounds like Otis is using the peddler ability of sitting down and doing math. And I am doing my ability of my firelight ability of keep walking.
Keep walking. Oh, I forgot you had this.
Yeah.
Wait, Mal, can you...
I literally have dance idly, so.
Yeah, so you're doing your dancer ability of dance idly.
Wait, I don't remember what abilities. Mal, can you help me chat?
It should be in the you can always part.
You can yap.
Oh, that, okay. Oh, right. I remember now. Yeah, I remember now. Shield yourself from harsh conditions. I have not been. Have I been doing that?
Kind of.
I mean, does getting drunk shield me from harsh conditions?
You went off into the woods while drunk and came back alive, so.
Yeah, I imagine you shielded yourself during that. Alright, and that sounds like a good place to end this current session. Unless anyone has any questions. Yeah.
No, I quite like this. This is very chill.
This is really fun. It's good, like, improv practice for me,
Agreed.
too.
Yeah. That's why I like,
it's a
ask
lot
the
less-
follow-up questions just to make sure like
Mhm.
everyone, gets their thing, and that's why I'm the guidance here. I will help
Yeah.
stir your minds.
I like
per
this
se.
a lot more. I mean, I like both of my campaigns. Well, when I say both, I mean Lily Valley and this one. I like them for different reasons, but I like this one for being so chill and like not, I don't know, kind of, because in Lily Valley you're kind of always stressing about like, am I doing the drive the plot forward? This is very very just chill and be like hang out.
And this feels creative, which
Yeah.
is good in a TTRPG system, I think.
Definitely.
They're both good. They're both good fun, but this
Yes.
I quite like this. How do you? God, I can't. My brain fart. How do you say this word in English again?
Which one?
I quite like this style.
Thing.
Like
No,
vibe.
No. Mal 格式风格. What's that in English?
I don't know, man.
Well, I really like this 风水风格.
Aesthetic
like the
vibe.
Like the vibe.
Yeah.
Vibe. There we go. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Yeah, I think it's very flexible. I will continue like guiding everything because I think I have better knowledge of what's going on. But I feel like going more into it, you guys gain more confidence in like kind of how you guys want to play the game. So I'm glad about that.
Yeah.
Good fun. We'll do this again.
Yes.
Very much so.
Maybe not soon because Christmas and busy
Yeah,
Christmas.
I think a lot of us are super busy for the next little while, so
Yeah. Like tomorrow, like literally on Saturday, I'm going on a plane. So
have fun.
Yeah, you get to meet Noah, so that's great.
I will get to meet
my
Noah.
God, that's
Noah,
awesome.
Emoji Blummy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch you in the face, Noah.
Emojawa.
All right, I'm gonna.
And I get to meet Ark in January, so that'll be fun.
Oh my gosh, everyone's meeting each other. That's so great.
Emoji Blummy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love wins.
I'm gonna do my stream outro now, if you guys don't mind.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I forgot this was a stream.
I didn't.
Anyways, yeah, so thank you everyone for watching if you stuck around for Wanderhome. Noah's cursing me. Ring the bell so that you can catch any other Wanderhome stream if you're very interested in this story. I will have a lot of different casts come around. That's the plan, at least. A lot of different groups and pairings, and I think that's especially fun with like different character interactions. Like everybody loves those. Yeah, so make sure to stay tuned. Possibly streaming later tonight for another Wanderhome session. We'll see. Depends on the group. But yeah, thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Bye everyone. Bye chat.
Bye chat.
Bye.
Goodbye.